heavy hands, boxing combinations, and some low kicks, some like Dutch style, heavy hands, low kick combinations. Welcome to day 3 of the challenge. Super excited. This challenge has been awesome so far. I really appreciate everyone joining in and just participating. Let me know if you're watching here live with me. I'll always love seeing the comments. I feed off that shit. Even if you're watching this in the future, make sure you drop a little, let me know where you're watching from, how the challenge has treated you so far, and all that good stuff. So one little note, yesterday I forgot to totally give away some free shit. And what kind of stream would it be? No, I'm not giving away something. So in the middle of this stream, I will be giving away a free, I don't fucking know, shirt or shorts. And then at the end of the stream, I'll be giving them away. So this is to encourage you to stick around, hang out with me, work out with me, and just have some fun, all right? So this is day 3 of the day 5 challenge. If you haven't signed up for it yet, go do it. These live videos and these workouts will be gone a week after they are out. And if you want replays of them for a lifetime, you got to sign up for the challenge. You got to join the Facebook group, be a part of the Facebook group because we're giving away stuff there. Speaking of which, if I'm giving away stuff, you're only eligible to win if you're a part of the actual challenge group. So make sure you sign up, heavybagblueprint.com/challenge. Even if you're watching this in the future, you will get these live videos, okay? So we're gonna get into a workout shortly. Like I said, it's gonna be focused on heavy hands and boxing, followed by some low kick combinations. I refilled my bag today a little bit because it started to settle down, and now it's feeling nice and thick. That's how I like it. Liz knows that. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I said nothing. Today's tip. So I've noticed a lot of people have been commenting. And first off, I really appreciate all the comments on all the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It really gives me a lot of ideas on how to improve, how to help you guys even more. And so this way we're all just growing, right? But one of the common themes I've seen is people trying to get back into a routine because they kind of lost motivation. And trust me, I've been there plenty of times. It's hard to stay motivated, right? And it's like that cliche saying, I think like David Goggins like really emphasized, motivation is overrated, discipline is everything kind of thing. Discipline is really key, right? And sometimes you're not going to be motivated. Sometimes you're not going to be inspired. And so one of the best ways that I've learned to be able to kind of turn a funk, a shitty streak of being unhealthy into a more productive one is just by having small wins each and every day. Small wins, just like 5 minutes on the heavy bag. I think I was mentioning this yesterday about the compound effect of things, right? Just doing a little bit each and every day is going to yield big returns on your time investment in the long run. And so just putting in that 5 minutes a day, doing these challenges, doing whatever, just to get started, that will start to build momentum. And with momentum, you'll start to get motivated because you'll start building some energy, and then you start feeling better, you start moving better, your mind will stop being so foggy. And so just small wins. So the fact that you're even here right now is a fucking win, right? If you finish this workout, that's a big win. So I'm going to push you today, all right? This ain't going to be easy, all right? That being said, a lot of it is still rooted in the basics, rooted in the fundamentals, because another common theme throughout these challenges is that basics wins fights. Sure, we're going to add some fun stuff to it. You can mix in some spinning elbows and flying knees and cartwheel kicks and shit. But 9 times out of 10, probably like 9.9 times out of 10, a jab cross, a hook low kick, a hook high kick, that kind of stuff is what's going to end up winning you a fight. Okay, so before we get started, let me know where you're watching from. I got to wrap my hands today because I haven't been wrapping my hands because I haven't been hitting the bag too hard and I'm also just focusing on technique. But today I want to hit the shit out of the bag, so I'm going to wrap my hands. Today, from New York, represent Brandon. Today I'm wearing Evolution Muay Thai shorts. They sent it to me. Actually, Brandon Levi, the owner of Evolution Muay Thai in New York City. I trained there and I won these 2 titles while at his gym. And he recently just sent me them back because they were just hanging out at the gym for a while because I've been traveling and living in Thailand, so why carry belts around with me? But now that we have a home, I asked him to send them back. He did. Awesome dude. And he also sent me a pair of Evolution shorts and Evolution hand wraps. So I'm going to be rocking these today. I'm also wearing my War Watana tank top. This gym has a special place in my heart. I'm also going to be wearing the bag gloves back here. This gym has a special place in my heart. I've been supporting them since the beginning. And Francis and Boom is this lovely couple. Francis is a Canadian woman who traveled to Thailand, met Boom, her now husband. Boom is a legit fighter. It was really fun watching him up until he retired. But after he retired, they ended up opening up a small gym to the local community out in rural Isan, Thailand. And since then, they've essentially been raising like 20 or 30 kids. There's been people who go and help just kind of volunteer with the kids, thanks to donations and a bunch of fundraisers and stuff, specifically by Kaz Crossley, who is Instagram super famous. She was on like Love Island and she's done a lot of Muay Thai. She's helped them build a school, build a gym, get equipment. And we've been able to do that as well with selling these shirts and selling these gloves, because 100% of the profits go to that gym. So if you want to support a good cause for Muay Thai in the Thailand community, rock one of these War Watana shirts, buy some of these gloves, and all the profits go straight to them. So I'm going to wrap my hands real quick, and I figure I might as well also kind of show you how I wrap my hands in case you were curious. So first thing is I kind of like put it all the way out like this. All right. I usually like to actually put it down on the ground to make it nice and pretty. Okay. And then what I like to do is kind of fold this over about knuckle length, right? And fold it over, I don't know, like 7, 8 times maybe. Just get like a really nice padding. These wraps are a little bit longer than normal wraps, so you might do only like 6 or 7 rolls, but it's all up to you. Then from here, I'm going to place them on my knuckle and kind of grab it with like my thumb, right? And then I'm just going to take the rest of the wrap and wrap it around my hand like so. I'm not sure if I'm doing a good job showing this, right? And then from here, what I'm going to do is come down to my wrist, wrap it around my wrist like once or twice, right? And then from here, from my wrist and my thumb, I'm going to come up between my fingers, and then between my pointer and thumb, I'm going to come wrap around and back all the way down to the wrist. And then I will do that again through this finger, come back and around, and then the last finger back down and around. I'll do 1 or 2, one probably on the wrist, and then I go back up to the fist, the knuckles. I pad this up a little bit, boom, boom, and then I finish off with my wrist. This is a long wrap, so I'm going to pad my knuckles a little bit more, because I'm going to be hitting the shit out of the bag, like I said. While I'm wrapping my hands, let me know how you guys are doing, how you guys are enjoying the challenge. What's been your favorite day so far? Has it been day 1, the fundamentals, or day 2, focused on defense? Let me know your favorite one and why it was your favorite one so far. This will give me some insight on how to continue making some sick workouts for you guys. All right. Yeah, I was going to wrap my hands before. Hey, from Central. What's up? Central something. What's up, Sasha? I see you here all the time, my man. Showing up, putting in the work, being a part of the Fighters family, my Fighters Body membership. Appreciate all your support, my man. Really means a lot. I kind of wrapped these backwards a little bit. I don't know what the fuck I did. I wasn't paying attention. I know we were in basics today, but can you please show us the Tomahawk first? Yes, I'll show you the Tomahawk Elbow as we shadow box for like a warm-up, all right? If I forget, Just remind me again, I am a very forgetful person. Unfortunately, combination of smoking marijuana and getting hit in the head for a living has made my memory selective. You can ask Liz. Ruthie loved both days. Loved having you here, Ruthie. Loved seeing you here again. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing as I'm talking. Day one so far, because it was a lot of fun getting back to the basics, but day two was good too. Awesome. Good to know. Good to know. I'm sure I will enjoy this day three. Jeannie, love seeing you here. I feel like it's super late by you, right? So the fact that you're up doing this workout, appreciate that. All right. So the quick little plug, Warwatana. Boom. Grab that shit at the Knock More Nation store. Okay. All right. Let's get warmed up, huh? Okay. Let's just bounce around in fight stance. Let me move this back a little bit. Sorry. Let's bounce around in fight stance. You kind of switch your feet back and forth. Shake your arms out. It's a little cold here in New York today. It's a rainy day. Kind of twist side to side. Just getting up on the balls of your feet, just kind of loosening up your body. I feel like it's going to take me a minute to warm up, so hope you're ready for the ride. All right, let's just do alternating checks, kind of like skipping checks side to side. Just focusing on good technique, good form. Ooh, my hips are tight. All right, let's throw some teeps now. Teep. You can either alternate like this, right? Or you can kind of hop up and down as you're skipping. I like hopping because it's just engaging more of my body and my calves, you know? All right, back to the checks. Teeps. Breathing. Just loosening up, nothing too crazy right now. All right, let's get back to this hopping back and forth. Shaking out your arms. Yes, Tomahawk. Thanks for the reminder, Scott. We'll finish this warm up with some shadow boxing. I'll show you the Tomahawk Elbow, all right? Just use some jab crosses as you're kind of bouncing up and down. You should be in like in a fight stance. We'll see how my legs are, right? Jab cross. Just getting the body moving. Getting the muscles loose. Do some uppercuts now. Nothing too crazy. I'm just moving my body, right? All right, let's shake it out real quick. Let's reach up nice and high. Let's stretch it out. Let's rotate over to one side and the other side. And just kind of torso twist side to side. Setting your intention, focusing on your breath. Let's bring the knees up and around. Other direction. Trying to focus on one focal point. It's going to help with your balance. If you want a real challenge, you close your eyes while you're doing that. All right, other way, other leg, I mean. I don't know about you, but my abs are sore, my hips are tender, and my shoulders are tight. I need to do some yoga. And so we're going to be adding a bonus yoga flow on Saturday at the end of the week. And Liz is going to be doing it because we got to give what the people want. Let's bring your leg up. This is my wife, for those of you who don't know. She's been training Muay Thai for 7+ years, teaching yoga for about the same amount. And she's really been able to fine tune yoga specifically for Muay Thai people, right? All right, let's go down to one side. Kind of pulling your, or pushing your knee out a little bit. Feel a nice stretch right here. Other side. Kind of go side to side, just nice and controlled. Just trying to sit down. Bless you. All right, let's sit into a squat. Try to push your knees out a little bit, kind of go side to side. You can also make some circles with your knees. Get those hip joints moving, ready to go. All right, let's come down, touch our toes. All right, we're gonna do a minute of shadow boxing. Kind of just go on your own. All right, just nice and loose, nothing too hard. Just mixing up your combinations, right? Adding in defense, checking kicks, evading kicks, not forgetting about defense, even when you're hitting the heavy bag or shadow boxing. Changing levels, using all 8 limbs, staying nice and light on your feet. Relax your shoulders, kind of hop around a little bit, move the head. Throwing some fakes in there. All right, keep going while I explain the Tomahawk Elbow. So Tomahawk Elbow, I'm essentially just bringing my arm up, right? Like I'm about to like stab someone. And that's essentially what I'm going to be doing, but just with my elbow. So I'm just coming up and then down. Usually try to aim for like the collarbone or the top of the head. It's fucking savage. Coming up and down like that. If I'm doing it on the heavy bag, I want to come up and kind of push through the heavy bag. I don't want it to come too down unless I'm like on top, clinching someone, right? I typically want to be back here and then chucking this elbow down. It's like you're, like I said, grabbing something from the sky and then releasing it down, okay? Let's keep going for another 1 minute or so. Hey, my love. I'm all nervous. I got my wife watching me now. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Maybe you can go in both stances if you want to. All right. Let's just do 10 push-ups. Fuck it. Let's do 20 push-ups, and then we'll get ready to go, okay? On your own count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Grab some quick water. Strap on your gloves. Let's hit some shit. Hurrah wants to know what my body weight is. I'm 165 pounds. If I poo in the morning, I'm 162. Do we have to open our hands during elbow hits? Don't have to. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. But typically, your hands are usually open. You can't have them closed. It doesn't matter too much. Okay. So my contractor is doing some work. So you might hear some like hammering and shit in the background because underneath here, we're making an Airbnb. So this way people can travel from all around the world, come stay in our finished studio apartment beneath us and maybe train some Muay Thai, check out New Paltz, beautiful town that I grew up in. It'll be sweet. I'll be sure to keep everyone in touch, up to date with that. Yes, Muay Thai is good for self-defense. It will take you a lifetime to master the basics. There you go. Some God's honest truth. Speak the truth here. Sean, any tip for first no shin guard fight? Set up your kicks. Don't just throw a kick. When you're fighting with shin guards, you could throw kicks like they ain't no tomorrow, and they could be checking your kick, and it won't bother you so much. You throw a kick and someone checks it good, makes you think twice about kicking again. So to avoid that, set it up with something, a fake, a punch, some type of movement, a counter, and then be able to just deal with the pain. You just gotta know that one thing when you are preparing mentally for a fight, at least me personally, I went in there thinking like, this guy needs to kill me or I'm gonna win the fight. That's kind of how I would go in there, kill or be killed. And that helped me fight through any pain, thinking that if I were to just give up because my shin hurts too much or whatever, then this person could essentially just kill me if they wanted to. And I know it's like a weird twist of the mind, but when you're fighting really good people, at least in my experience, I have to have that mentality of like kill or be killed. Otherwise, when a little bit of pain or adversity comes at me, it'd be really easy to kind of just tuck away and give up. All right. But I will answer more questions between rounds and also afterwards. But I want to get a workout in, and I'm sure you do too. So you guys ready? All right, Scott, hit me with the first combo because I forgot what it is. Jab, cross, inside low kick. All right, guys, you ready? Let's do each combination for like a minute or two, right? So I'm gonna throw the jab, cross, making sure I'm on the outside. Okay, I'm not coming in too close as I throw the jab, cross. Jab, cross, and then I'm gonna do like a pendulum kick. So I'm gonna step this foot kind of like out a little bit so my hip opens up. And as I do that, throw the inside kick. You can do jab, cross, switch kick if you want. I've just learned that if I switch kick, the direction of my kick typically goes up a little bit. So I've kicked people in the groin before doing a switch inside low kick. And so I like the pendulum kick a little bit better because I feel like it's quicker and it's more accurate. So jab, cross, inside kick, and then you get back into your fight stance. You ready? Okay, let's go. Jab, cross, inside, and then back. Jab, cross, inside, and back. Getting full extension on the punches. And back. Now, obviously, you're not going to knock anyone out with this type of inside low kick, unless you're super powerful and you like wore their legs down. But this is to set things up and to get them thinking about what's going to be coming their way. Jab, cross, inside kick. Breathing, keeping your hands up, your chin tucked, nice and relaxed. Resetting after the combination, getting into a good stance. Maybe adding some defense into it. It's always good to add defense. Maybe mixing in some long guard like we did yesterday or some checking. Let's do another 30 seconds. Let's do another, 10 reps. Let's do 10 reps. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 7 more. 4, 5 more. Keep your distance. Keep your form. 2 more, I think. And last one. Okay. Now what we got, Scott? Scott, always holding it down in the background. Cross, hook, low kick. Okay, so same idea. Want to keep my distance when I'm throwing this cross or hook. This way I'm not crowding myself, crowding my punches, or being in a bad position to counter. So I'm gonna throw cross, hook. Like I was saying in the fundamentals day, I typically don't pivot my lead foot too much because then I'm out of position to defend. I also feel like I'm winding up too much than on anything on the other side. You can turn the hook so you can get used to your hip and shoulders going through, but you should be able to do that without the turn eventually. If you're a beginner, you can turn so you can really get an idea of the body mechanics. If you're a little bit more advanced, try not to pivot this foot, but still getting your body through as you're throwing that hook, right? Then from here, I'm gonna step into the low kick. When I throw a low kick, I'm kind of more stepping to the outside. I can either step or I can kind of hop into it. And as I step and open up my hips here, I'm chopping a tree, right? If you don't have a heavy bag or a banana bag for low kicks, make these body kicks, okay? So as I throw this low kick though, I want my leg to almost come up and then down. So up and then down. It's kind of hard to do it slow. It's a little bit easier to do it fast. So I'll do that a couple times. Ready? Let's go. Cross hook, low kick, and then back into your stance. Cross hook, low kick, and then back. Oh, this heavy bag feels nice. Oh yeah. Cross hook, low kick. Sometimes if the heavy bag's moving in a direction that I don't want it to move, I'll throw punches to get it to stop where I want it to stop. I'm not gonna just grab the bag and stop it. Okay, I'm gonna use my fighting skills to stop the bag, okay? Anyway, cross hook, low kick, come back into some type of defense. Cross hook, low kick. Staying relaxed, staying loose. Cross hook, low kick. Breathing. Just because you're trying to do the combo fast doesn't mean you should short your punches or not extend completely on your punches, okay? Every strike counts. Let's do 5 more, or let's do 10 more. Fuck. Let's just do 10 more. I could use the reps, man. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. More power. Let's go. 5. 6. 7. These last 3, I want you to make as powerful as humanly possible. Good form though, okay? Ready? Let's go. Try to break someone's leg right now. Last one. All right. What we got next? Jab, cross, hook, low kick. Let me catch my breath real quick so I can explain this shit. Guys staying with me? Hell yeah. All right, next. Jab, cross, hook. Again, I want to make sure I'm not crowding. I'm staying on the outside, getting full extension and range on my punches. And then I'll finish with the low kick, okay? So 1, 2, 3, low kick. If the bag is swinging at me, you can do a step back low kick. A step back low kick is really, I use that a lot in my career. So as someone's coming at me, I kind of slide this foot back as I'm kind of leaping into the low kick. Well, that sounds scary. So as it's coming at me, I step back, boom, and throw the kick. So if the bag ends up swinging like that, you should be able to give yourself enough spacing to still land the low kick cleanly with the shin, all right? All right, jab, cross, low kick. Jab, cross, hook, low kick. You guys ready? Let's fucking do it. Jab, cross, hook, low kick. I usually like to start my combos, at least in the beginning of the round, a little bit lighter and more focused on getting the mechanics down. And once I rep it a couple times and I feel it, then I'll start to add some power and speed to it, okay? Sorry if I'm breathing so hard. I can hear myself. Keeping your chin tucked, hands up, always in fight stance, right? Always ready. I don't want you to kick and then drop your hands and come back or act like you're not in a fight, right? Maybe you're not in a fight, but you got to pretend if you really want to get good, right? Got to be able to visualize. So a lot of your training is going to be done by yourself. Even if you're part of a gym, the extra work that you do on the heavy bag, the intentional work that you do on the heavy bag, shadow boxing, recovering, that's what's going to make the difference. Anyone can show up to the gym. Well, not anyone, right? Anyone can show up to fight training. Anyone can show up to pad work. That shit's fun. It's the monotonous drilling over and over and over again by yourself when no one else is giving you any recognition. That's what counts. That's what makes the fucking difference. Before walkout was walkout, better believe that guy put in more than enough time before he was actually recognized. That no one saw. You don't see the training camp of a fighter. You see the end result of a fighter. You don't see the work that they put in. And so if you want to be successful accomplishing your goals, you got to make yourself proud. That's like the most important thing. Let's do 5 more. I don't care about anyone else's recognition. I just care about my own. Did I quit in that fight? Did I really push as hard as I could? If I can say, yes, I gave it my all, I can live with myself. And I am proud of myself. If I have a fight or a training session where I'm like, I could have done more, I feel like I didn't show up completely, I'm more worried about disappointing myself than I am disappointing anyone else, as self-centered as that might seem. You need a healthy ego for fighting. Let's just put the record straight. One more. Okay. There's my little motivation. Cross hook, cross, inside low kick. You know the drill. All right? So cross, hook, cross, right? I can pivot this back foot, helps unload the hips and the shoulders a little bit more. Cross, hook, cross. Then from here, I'm going to step through to that inside low kick, okay? Focus on technique first, and then you can add some speed and power to it. Ready? Let's go. By the way, I might go a little out of camera because just the space between the wall and my heavy bag is a little short. So cross, hook, cross, inside low kick. Breathe in. Keeping your chin tucked, hands up. If you need to shake out your arms every now and then, maybe move around in a different stance if you wanted to. It's up to you. Make sure you're punching eye level. I felt like my last combo, I just punched a little low. Get used to punching up. If anything, it's good for shoulder endurance. It's going to help. Punching down is easy. Breathing. Staying relaxed. Then exploding. Do 5 more. Last 4. Three. Finish strong. 2, 1. All right, time. Grab some water. Take a minute or two breather. Chat with me for a second. See what's up. See what's up. Oh, thank you, Sean. You're a savage, my friend. Crady, any tips on how to increase kicking power? Just keep kicking. You just keep fucking kicking, man. And learning the technique, learning how to rotate your body. Tomorrow in the challenge, the heavy bag workout is focused on power kicking. So you should make sure to tune in tomorrow because that workout will answer these questions for sure. All right, good question though. Any other questions I can answer in the middle? Frank Mills, any tips on footwork? Hold on. Because I know Dutch style is more boxing influence, that probably makes it real different. Show you a couple tips real quick. Super basic tip, right? Is first, if I move forward, my front foot moves forward first. If I move to my left foot moves. If I move to my right foot moves. If I move back, my back foot moves. Whichever direction I am moving in, the foot that's closest is moving first, okay? And you're always just making sure you're covering the same distance. You always want to have your feet underneath you, okay? Ready to fight, ready to strike. When it comes to the Dutch style footwork, a lot of it revolves around either like using your punches to be angling off. So I can throw the hook and kind of angle off to my left side and throw the low kick, right? Also, they like to step out and in to land that body shot into that low kick. But generally speaking, the footwork is more or less just pretty basic, right? Just like most things in Muay Thai and Dutch style kickboxing. There's more advanced things like being able to switch stances as you're striking and then moving from side to side, different angles, depending on if you're fighting southpaw or orthodox. But for the most part, I'm just kind of moving side to side. I do like to switch stances, so sometimes I'll throw a strike. So this way I can just switch a stance and then move to my other side and create different angles. But more often than not, the footwork is really quick and simple. So if I'm like fighting Muay Thai and I'm doing more of counter fighting, I'm backing up, my footwork typically revolves around this lead foot kind of bouncing. So this way they get to react as long as I'm landing a teep, right? They're not going to react unless I land a teep. I'm going to keep throwing this up and the jab, right? And then I can use that to step off and get them to fake and react, right? So I don't know if that was too much or too little, but hopefully that helps a little bit. Thank you for these classes. You're a badass. Jose, sir, you are the one who is a badass. Appreciate you being here, my man. All right, one more question, and then we'll get back into it. Do I lift weights also, or just jump rope and run? I also lift weights. I haven't for like a couple months, maybe like over a month. Life's been crazy. So I've just been running mainly. But when I was training for fight camps, at least early on, I didn't really focus on weightlifting. I focused on Muay Thai, just getting really good at that. And then my strength, my conditioning, and everything came specific from Muay Thai. Once I started to get more and more serious about it, not that I wasn't serious when I first started, but I started learning more about the benefits of weightlifting in relation to Muay Thai, specifically Heatrick. I always give Heatrick a shout out because he is the go-to guy for Muay Thai strength and conditioning. I hired him as a coach later on in my career as well. He helped me just kind of format my periodization and programming specific to like a fight camp and stuff. So definitely check him out. But usually when I do lift weights, it's like 2 or 3 times a week. It's focused on compound movements, sometimes single limb movements, so like one-legged stuff. Because when you're kicking and doing Muay Thai, you're on your one leg a lot. So it's good to balance and a lot of core. Hope that answers your question. Good question, Robert. Thank you for that. All right. So let's get to the next round, huh? You guys having fun? Ready for the next set? Me fucking too, man. All right, Scott, what's the first combo? Give it to me. Give it to me. Double jab. Boom. Simple, right? Simple, but not easy. All right. We're going to build off this, so we got to get this down first. So the double jab, typically what I like to think of it as is one is speed and one is power. So typically I like to do the first one for speed. So nice and quick to kind of catch them off guard. And the second one, I'll step through a little bit more for power. You can do it as you're moving forward. You can move straight forward. So this way you can close distance and throw your combination. Just watch about crowding yourself a little bit. If you do come forward, then turn it into like an elbow as opposed to a cross because you'd be crowding yourself, right? Or an uppercut or something. I can also use double jab to angle. So if I want to create an angle off my left side, so I can kind of build momentum into my kick and get off center line of my opponent, I want to throw the double jab as I'm kind of sliding around. It's also good defensively, so if my opponent's coming at me, I can jab as I'm coming back. So the idea for this portion of this section, this round, this double jab, purpose of this double jab is just kind of mess around with it and see what kind of works for you. Change up the rhythm, change up the timing, and let's have some fun, all right? Let's go. So again, I like to start easy. And just making sure I'm focusing on good form too. My elbow is pointed down, all right? And I'm retracting right back to my face. My opposite hand is up. Maybe I'll attack the body. Maybe I'll do a quick little double jab as I'm stepping out. Maybe I'll jab and try to cover distance and step in. Maybe I'll jab and angle off, get ready for a cross or a roundhouse. Maybe I'll break up the rhythm, right? So maybe it doesn't have to be jab, jab. Maybe it could be jab, jab, right? That little bit of a broken rhythm is a fucking game changer, man. If you can set a pattern and break a pattern, have like a weird rhythm to your striking, it is hard to pick up. And honestly, that's why I hate sparring beginners, because you guys ain't got no rhythm, man. And when I spar you, you do all this crazy shit, and I have no idea what the fuck is happening. But it's a good thing for you, at least. Because in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. So you better believe when I'm sparring, if I don't know what I'm doing, my opponent doesn't know what I'm doing, right? Again, you could change levels. For this downstairs jab, I like to kind of crouch down, right? And then I come back up. So I can go a little high. Exhaling on your strikes, staying loose. You can also add defense. It's always good to add defense. Maybe hold it out after you throw the double jab and long guard. Do a couple more. Maybe focus more on your boxing so you can kind of switch your shell a little bit, work on some like Philly shell or different defenses, right? Also long guard, jab, jab. You can defend, boom, boom. You can move. Now, when you do this, you typically don't want to do this in Muay Thai because you just get fucking kneed in the face. So you normally don't want to be doing boxing, bobbing, and weaving. But sometimes it's fun, and I like to do it. So you can be like Mayweather, right? Fight like Mayweather, have that shell down. Also, Adesanya fights with his gloves down like this, right? And his jab comes from the hip, so it's a different angle. Speaking of which, we have fight-like workouts. You can fight like Adesanya if you buy the Heavy Bag Blueprint 2.0, which will be on sale soon with some gloves and all that good shit. All right, next combination. That was a double jab. We're adding to it now. I think we're doing a cross. Body cross. So double jab up top, followed by a body cross. You ready? So I'm going to jab up top. Then I'm going to sit down into that body cross. You can also punch down if you want to as well. I usually don't like punching down because I feel like my face is more open. But I like to crouch down because I feel like I have more power and I have better cover with my head. That being said, I am lower too, though. So I might be susceptible to like knees and stuff. There's give and take to all this, man. There's no right or wrong way. So do whatever you feel like works best for you. Ready? So jab, jab, cross, and then back. Bring in your fist right back to your face. Jab, jab. Boy, that felt good. This body cross feels good. Here we go. I just like my right hand. I just really like it. My opponents do not, but I do. Really sit in that punch. You see me, I'm not lunging forward at all. My head is above my back leg, and I'm driving into it, kind of like corkscrewing down, right? I'm sitting into my punch. Once you figure out like, oh, I'm driving off the back foot, not just going on my lead foot, and you can keep most of your weight on your back foot as you're throwing, especially across, man, your power levels are 5,000. It's crazy. But it's so much better than if you're doing this, right? If my body is in front of me like this, there ain't nothing coming off my back leg. If I'm here, I'm able to drive off and then pivot into this back leg, right? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Let's do 5 more. Sometimes you'll see me take a big step. Because sometimes when I throw the body cross, I like to circle out to the side and come up with the hook, which I think we're doing next. If I'm as smart as I think I am. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. All right. What are we doing now? Adding the hook, right? Yes, I knew it. I knew it. All right, so double jab, cross, hook. All right, so after I throw this cross, I'm going to explode off my legs as I'm coming up, and I'm going to rotate my body at the same time. So my weight might have shifted a little bit more on my lead foot because I'm driving off this back foot, right? I land this punch. So as I throw this hook, I'm going to drop my back heel and just rotate my body. All right, and then the hook should come naturally after that. I've over-rotated my foot right here just to over-exaggerate and show you how much you should be rotating. But I would ideally like to be more here. So this way I'm still more able to defend. I'm more able to follow up with a combination after this. If you're just starting, it's okay to have your foot all the way like this because it will teach you how your shoulder and hip and your body should be working. As you become more and more advanced, you should be able to do that without this foot turning, okay? There's pros and cons to everything, right? You can have a little bit more power like this. So you guys watch some of the best boxers in the world, specifically Canelo, and he doesn't pivot his foot on his hooks. He knocks bitches out, yo. So it proves that you don't need a pivot on your foot, okay? So let's add a hook. So double jab, cross down low, and then hook up top. So jab, jab, cross, hook. So you can see I'm still pivoting a little bit. I'm just not trying to over commit to it. Breaking up the rhythm. Sometimes it could be jab, jab, cross, hook, right? Sometimes it could be jab, jab, cross, hook. Sometimes it could be jab, jab, cross, hook, right? Trying to break up the rhythm a little bit so it's harder for your opponent to time things, right? You can get a lot of power in this hook as well. So sometimes the punches and strikes in a combination aren't even meant to land, right? Maybe this double jab isn't necessarily meant to land. If it does, great. But this is just to get their guard up so you can punch them in the body, which brings their body down, and then you fucking hook them in the face, right? So not every punch needs to be 100%. Some of it can be speed. Some of it can be a misdirection. It's also a good habit to get used to missing while you're throwing punches on the heavy bag and figuring out how to reset from a missed strike. Because believe it or not, when you're fighting someone, they defend. They don't want to get hit. And so they're like moving shit. And like they don't want to get knocked out. So it's really hard to knock them out. But people are like, why let it go to the judges? You shouldn't have let it go to the judges. I shouldn't have let it go to the judge. I should have knocked them out. That's what I should have done. I should have just knocked them out. It's easy, you know? Shit. All right, let's get back to it. There's my little ramble. Double jab, cross hook. I hate when people say, you shouldn't leave it to the judges. Jab, jab. No fucking duh. You think I'm trying to leave it to the judges? So stupid. All right, let's get back into it. Come on, Sean. I don't know about you, but I talk to myself a lot. So like most of the things you hear me saying is what I'm usually just saying to myself. And that's the dialogue going in the head of the Muay Thai guy. Okay, let's do 5 more. Jab, jab, cross hook. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. All right. And now we're going to finish with a low kick. Again, if you don't have a low kick, body kick. If you do have a low kick, low kick. If you don't have a heavy bag, low kick. Ideally, low kick. But you can also shadow box and throw body kicks too. Body kicks score more. By the way, little side note. Low kicks don't really score in Muay Thai, in Thailand specifically, unless they show like visible damage. Body kicks score a lot. So it's good to get good at body kicks. Okay, I'm not going to go into the scoring system of Thailand because it's very complicated, but body kicks are where it's at. All right, so double jab, body cross, hook, then I step into the low kick. Depending on my position, after I throw this hook, see how I'm like close as I'm throwing this hook? Well, that's a body hook. I'm going to be attacking the head. You can attack the body though if you want to as well. It's up to you. I can hook. I'm kind of close here, so if I were just to throw the kick from here, you see how hard it is for me to rotate my hips. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of slide step back and drop my foot back. And as I do this, I'm going to throw this kick. All right. So if I'm really close, I'm going to drop this lead foot back and I finish with the kick. Ideally, I'm not too close and I'm here, right? So this way I can just step, and as I step, come into that low kick. You can also kind of leap into that low kick. Leaping in the low kick is obviously more powerful. And even if they check it, it still hurts. It will hurt you too, though. I had a question about no shins fighting. It will always hurt when someone checks the kick. So set up a kick. So we're setting up the kick with a double jab, body cross hook. Ready? Let's go. Hands up, fight stance, breathing. Double jab, cross hook, low kick. And back. Hands up, stay nice and relaxed. Double jab, cross hook, low kick. So we're just building on top of the combination, right? So the bag was moving a little bit too much, so I'm just trying to slow it down with some of my punches in between the combination, right? Adding some defense into it, maybe a little bit of footwork, evading. That wasn't the right combo, but it felt good. All right, let's do 10 as perfect and as beautiful as possible. Ready? Let's go. That's 1. Reset, breathe. Get your mind right. and go. Reset, breathe, move, fake a little bit, hands are up, and go. Add some defense, check, move, back to your breathing. Always moving, staying light, staying relaxed, hands are up, go. 5 more. Go. Break up the rhythm a little bit if you can. We got 4 more. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Time. Grab some water. Good round. That was fun. Got questions? Now's the time to ask. And let's give away a free shirt too while we're taking a little break. Okay? Grab some water. You guys having fun? Hell yeah, I'm having fun. So, first off, take a break, put your gloves off, relax for a second, grab some water, slow that heart rate down. Already sweating? You better be already sweating. You kidding me? I'm pouring sweat right now. Shit. Should have already been sweating in the warm-up, bruh. Nah, I'm just playing. Some people just sweat, man. Nah, I am one of those people. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is, Scott, give me a couple questions. Give me 3 questions, and then I will give you a question, folks, and you'll have a chance to win something. Nick, 3. Sean, as far as I know, there are dozens of Muay Thai stances. Which stance is more effective for a tall Muay Cow like me? Typically, watch guys like Diesel Noi, watch guys like Pech Boon Chu. They stand pretty tall, right? And have their guard up, because if someone's throwing punches, they can grab on, ideally, to their arms or their head and land those knees. So if you don't know what Muay Cow means, it means knee boxer, knee fighter, right? So I want to grab here and knee. So they like the long guard. They like to kind of move forward with their weight on their back foot, right? Like this, and just slowly keep covering distance until you can get hold of someone and land those knees, or just land the knees from the outside. But typically, what I've seen work well for clinch fighters is watching some of the best knee clinch fighters in the golden era and everything. So watch Diesel Noi. Check him out. That's probably the stance I would suggest. Hector. Thanks for the knowledge. I don't have a bag, so I shadow box. Do you think it's better necessary to use a bag? I'm a beginner. I think it is great to be doing anything. A bag is an additional training tool, which I think is very important, especially for power development and also just getting a feel for what it's like to actually hit something. Shadow boxing is great though too. It's equally as important, but it's better to have both than just to have one. So if you can get a heavy bag, great. I am thinking about selling these heavy bags. If you would be interested, drop an emoji. These cost quite a bit to mass produce, so I need to make sure that there's enough people who are actually interested if I were gonna make them. But yes, I would recommend getting a heavy bag if you can. If you need a standing bag, Wave Master, Fairtex, Sentry, those are the typical brands I recommend. One more question. Great workout so far. Do you feel that headgear is dangerous to spar with? Yes and no. I don't like headgear because of a few reasons. One, I can't see as well. Kind of ruins my peripheral vision. 2, I feel like my head's a bigger target, because it actually is. And my head movement is slower because I have headgear on. And 3, it gets really hot up in that bitch, you know? I don't like being like I'm hot enough. I'm sweating everywhere. I don't need like to be like conduced in my head, which is heat. It doesn't sound fun to me. Some people love it. You see guys like Adesanya use it. You see guys Mayweather. You see all the like great professionals use it. I personally don't like it. I mean, Olympic boxing also got rid of it because it allows you to take more damage. Essentially, that's what it is. So I'm not a fan of headgear, but each to their own. Okay, Muay Thai trivia. I will answer more questions at the end. So you can either continue asking them now, and Scott will come back and put them on the screen so I can answer them, or you can wait till the end when I'm going to be giving away another thing and take it from there. So I got Muay Thai trivia question. We got Liz here, and we got Sway and Chili. Before we get into trivia, you got to see my beautiful ladies.
Hi,
They just want to come say hi.
Say hi, girls.
Sway is from Chiang Mai, and Tilly is from Koh Phangan. Both places we lived for a little while. Brought them back home. If you love dogs, I love you. Liz! All right.
Hello.
Let's ask a question. Muay Thai trivia. Before...
Ooh. The first one is good.
Okay, this is the one that I got for you. Okay. Who did Ramon Decker's face in, quote, the fight that changed the world, unquote, back in the golden era of Muay Thai? First one to answer that question. All I need is a first name, and you will win a free shirt. Who's got it? Anyone? Everyone's like Googling right now.
Look at me and my wild pups. My wild pups. Good damn dog.
Yeah. Koban, Linos. I see Linos was the first one. Sasha was shortly behind. Sorry, Sasha. Just a split second too late, man. Gotta get your reactions a little bit better, all right? Linos, you want a free shirt, man? Any shirt that you like in the Knock More Nation store, I'll reach out to you via Messenger. What's the best way to do this, Scott? What's the best way to fucking do this? I think I will get in touch with you, bro, and then I will get you a free shirt. But shoot me a message, and I'll hook you up. All right, guys, let's do one more round, and then we'll do a little bit of ab workout, as if my abs aren't sore enough already. And then we'll do a little cool down, Q&A, and give away another shirt, okay? So for now, say bye to the bitches and my lovely wife. All right, girls, you ready?
Okay, come
It's a
on.
rainy day, so they haven't been outside too much, so they're probably a little stir crazy. They're just following her around everywhere. We used to live on the beach in Thailand, and they own that fucking beach, man. They would go to the... Sway wouldn't come home until like 10 o'clock at night because she'd just be hanging out at the restaurant begging for food, and people loved her. And so they would give her all the food. And she'd come knocking at the door at 10 o'clock at night. She was like our teenage daughter. Okay. You ready? Last one. Jab, low kick. Simple and highly effective. I have finished 2 fights with low kicks. And a jab, low kick combo was very much part of both of those. I think only 2. I might have finished 3. I don't know. Most of my fights I finished with my right hand. But you got to kick them. I learned this too. You can't just throw your right hand all the time. In one fight, I caught the guy with the right hand and he got all wobbly. Then after that, I just kept throwing my right hand like I forgot everything else. Then I watched the video and I was like, holy shit, Sean, you suck. What were you doing just throwing that right hand all the time? And then I became more aware. And then I stopped just throwing my right hand. I started trying to set it up a little bit more. And that worked out. So one thing, little note to take from that, moral of the story is learn from your fuck-ups. There you go. Jab, low kick. Ready? So I just want to make sure I'm keeping my distance And I'm kind of finding my range with the jab. If I can jab and land, then I can low kick and land. Try to land with your shin, high up on your shin, right? Ready? Let's go. I'm just trying to get a feel for it. Probably sick of me saying it. I just like to start slow. So this way I can really feel my body rotating, the whole mechanics of the technique. Slow it down, get it right, then add power and speed. Let's go. Now, Sean, what happens if my shins hurt? You just keep kicking. Go running, as they say in Thailand. That's their answer for everything. Oh, I feel sick today. Oh, you should run more. Oh, I broke my foot. Oh, more running. I lost my fight. Oh, run more. That is the Thai's way of thinking. If you can't run, ride a bike. If you can't ride a bike, go swimming. If you can't go swimming or ride a bike or run, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Really step into that low kick, if you're able to at least, right? And then reset back into a stance. Don't throw the kick and come down and get lazy with the retraction, right? Get right back to your stance. All right, but just because you want to get back to your stance quickly doesn't mean you should be pulling your kick back too quickly, right? Still land the kick and then retract back. You can add a check if you want. Because a lot of times what happens in a fight is if you throw one thing, your opponent might throw the same thing back because it kind of reminds them. That's why you see if one person throws a spinning elbow, better believe the next person is throwing a spinning elbow in like the next minute. But usually, they'll try to do the same exact thing. You try to low kick them, they'll low kick you. Try to body kick them, they'll body kick you. You try to punch them, they punch you. That happens very often. So it's good to get used to defend the same side that you just attacked with. Let's do 5 more. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. All right, next combo. Cross low kick. So I want to attack with my rear leg. So before we were doing like a cadence rhythm of striking where it's left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right. Now I want to be doing broken rhythm. So it's going to be right, right. Excuse me. So when I throw the cross, boom, I need to reset my hips slightly. So this way I can add some power into that low kick. The cross kick, specifically the body kick, it's honestly probably a little bit of a better technique, if not, if I'm going to be honest. But the cross low kick is very effective as well. But the cross, the main idea for the cross, yes, you want to hit them, but you kind of want to blind them and ideally push them back. So if they get on their back foot, right, it's going to be a little bit harder for them to defend. Yes, they can come up and check, right? That's why you got to kind of push them back, right? So this way, ideally, they get pushed back and they have to kind of stop all their weight down on their legs. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to throw the cross. Boom. I'm going to short reset. I can bring my hand back and then kick. I can keep my hand out and use it as a guard, right? Or I could bring my hand back and kick, okay? There's no right way. There's just, that's the thing about like Muay Thai martial arts. There's no perfect way. There is like a tried and true version, but like for example, for this, depends on the context of a fight, right? So sometimes it will make sense to leave it out and kick. Sometimes it will make sense to come back and kick. Sometimes it will make sense to just do a short one and kick. It's all up to you, okay? All right, so let's go. Cross, low kick. Cross, low kick. I like to use this as like a frame and a guard. So after I throw this out, I'll kind of reach across the bag. I can also kind of pull the bag into the low kick. And I'm also well protected from any type of counters. If you're throwing body kicks, same idea. All right. You're just attacking the body instead. So you want to get up on the ball of your foot when you're kicking. When you're low kicking, you're more flat-footed. Staying relaxed. Making sure you're landing with your shin, not your foot. Let's do 5 more. 1. Make them perfect. 2. 3. Oh, this back feels so nice. Especially because of low, I have wood pellets at the bottom here, and just feels so good to kick them. Let's do 1 more. All right. Next. Boxing plus low kick pyramid. All right, so what this is a boxing pyramid. Is you start, I'll just show it to you, ready? I start with the jab, then I go jab, cross, then I go jab, cross, hook, then I go jab, cross, hook, cross, then I go back down, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, jab, and then I go back up, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, cross, then back down, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, jab. Now the only difference is we're gonna add low kicks to that, right? So I'm gonna do, you can do this with me, ready? Let's go. So jab, low kick, reset, jab, cross, inside low kick, jab, cross, hook, outside low kick, jab, cross, hook, cross, inside low kick, then back down, jab, cross, hook, low kick, jab, cross, low kick, lost track, jab, low kick, all right? That's the idea. We're gonna do 5 of those up and down, and you're gonna fucking hit the bag super hard with good technique and good form, of course, okay? Ready? I will try to instruct, count, if you will, while I'm doing the bag, but just go at your own pace or try to keep up with me. Ready? Let's go. Jab, low kick. Jab, cross, inside low kick. 1, 2, 3. Back down. 3. 2. 1. That's 1. Back up. 2. 3. 4. And back down. 3. 2. 1. 3 more. 2. 3. 4. Back down. 3. 2. 1. I think that's 3. 2 more. 1, 2. 3. 4. Back down to 3. 2. And 1. Last one. Back up. 2. 3. Stay technical. Stay clean. 4. 3. 2, and 1. All right. That's it, right? Yes. Well done. Grab some water. Take a break with me. Scott, if you got questions, post them up here. I will answer. Guru Sean at your beck and call. Sean Ray, do you have any tips on or cues on strengthening knees or recovering from a minor meniscus like surgery? Let me catch my breath real quick, and then I will answer. First off, how's everyone doing? You guys keeping up with me? Hope so. Progressively getting a little bit tougher at the end of the week. So tomorrow we're doing a KO kicking specific heavy bag workout. And Friday we're doing conditioning. So I hope you're fucking ready, bitches. Okay, so down. Do these videos stay up or do you take them down? They'll be up for one more week. And then if you are not signed up for the challenge, you will not have access to them. If you want these videos, you want the replays to these videos, so sign up for the challenge at heavybagblueprint.com/challenge. Okay, so Sean. So let me preface this by saying I'm not a doctor. I've not had any knee surgeries or any serious knee issues. I've had my knee bother me quite a bit. And what I find that works best for me, because there's days where I can't even like bend my leg and I don't know what it is exactly. Recently it's been a lot better, but when I was traveling a lot, moving the dogs back, not really doing a lot of stretching, a lot of mobility work, funny thing, my knee started bothering me, my hip started bothering me, and back started bothering me. Once I started doing more mobility work, every morning, man, every fucking morning, I do my stretching, I do my mobility, I foam roll, I help rub out the IT band, which is like the side of your leg, kind of break up the muscle tissue, which releases more pressure on your knee. Your body's all connected, right? So like your hip is a big factor in whether your knee hurts or not. And I like to loosen up my hips by doing a variety of stretches from like yoga for Muay Thai. If you want to improve your mobility, your flexibility, and be better with your injuries, both preventing and also recovering from them, yoga is a game changer. So inside the Nakamura Nation shop, you can check out Yoga for Muay Thai. It's made by my wife Liz, and she did such a great job with it. She also does a bunch of yoga inside the Fighter's Body Academy, which you can try for $1. It's thefightersbody.com, and that comes with like all the types of workouts. So definitely recommend trying yoga. There's a bunch of free stuff on YouTube as well. If you're a little tight on cash, you can check out Liz on YouTube. But that is my answer. Next, strengthening. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this might look silly, but it fucking works. Put your hand on your head like this, right? Okay. You're going to push your head into your hand as you push your hand into your head, and do it for 5 seconds. Then you do the same with the back of your head. You push it back as you're pushing your hand into your head. And then you do it for the side and the side. That is some good neck strengthening because you're fucking tensing up, man. Robert and Lisa Stanley, any tips on setting up the liver shot? Yeah, got plenty. My number one tip is to set it up. And when you're setting it up, cover distance. One of the best ways to do that is either with a jab or a cross. So I typically like the cross. So, and if you watch guys like Ernesto Hoost, who is the king of the liver shot low kick combo, if you don't know who Ernesto Hoost is, Google him. And he has some of the sexiest combinations of hands and low kicks that you'll see. But when I want to attack the liver, one thing that Ernesto Hoost would do is he would throw his cross, boom, and step off to the side and forward. So this way he can cover enough distance. He also had long ass arms, right? To land that liver shot, right? So instead of just stepping in and throwing the liver shot, I want to kind of camouflage my step in by throwing a cross. Boom, right? The cross isn't necessarily meant to land. Sometimes Ernesto Hoost would just slap. He would just literally take his hand and slap the dude and then come with that hook to the body, okay? Another good way to do that, which I like to do, is I'll use my marching. So if you have an opponent who's kind of more stationary, maybe they're not as aggressive, I like to march. So if I'm marching at you like this, I can defend, I can attack, because I can fight from both stances, right? So if I march forward, boom, I can march forward into the hook. I could also march forward into the other side, hook to the kidneys, right? So I like using my march because I can teep, I can march into a cross combination, I can march and angle, I can march and clinch and knee and elbow. The Thais are really good at the march. So two setups is use your cross to step in and attack that liver. The other one is to kind of use marching forward to cover distance and land the liver shot. Boom, boom, boom. Good question. Can you show some good weightlifting movements? Not right now. Not right now. Because we're not doing weightlifting right now, and I don't have weights to demonstrate. Go to heatrick.com. Heatrick.com. Is the shift to low kick from the combo similar to the teep, fake teep, Superman punch, low kick combo? I'm assuming the one that you're talking about is inside the heavy bag blueprint. Am I right? Teep, fake teep, Superman punch, low kick combo. So what he's talking about, or she, I can't see because it's a Facebook user, but you throw a teep, then you fake teep into the Superman, right? And then I'm finishing off with the low kick. So what was the question? The shift low kick, is it similar to that? So I'm going, it's similar in a way. It's similar. I can't explain how, but it feels similar. So yes, that is my answer. How lightweight can a heavy bag be and still be effective? My roof is cardboard level strength. It doesn't need to be too heavy. I mean, obviously, the heavier, the more that you can really like wail on it, condition yourself, and also get used to hitting something. But I would say like 80 pounds. 80 pounds is pretty good. The issue with like a ceiling, right, and hanging it, or your roof, hanging it from the top, it's usually good. Usually a good idea. But if you say if it's like cardboard level strength, if you're hitting the heavy bag too hard and it's swinging back and forth, then it could be like pulling on the beam or whatever it may be. So kind of gotta be careful with that. I have mine in a wall, right? So I don't know how your ceilings are and that kind of stuff. These ceilings are too high to hang a heavy bag on. So what I did with my father's help is I bolted in a bunch of 2x4s and a 2x6 at the top. Bought this heavy bag mount and bolted that into the 2x4s and 2x6. Initially, I just used 2x4s, and the top, I was hitting it. I had it all filled with wood pellets, and so it probably weighed like 250 to 300 pounds. So it's really heavy. So I hit it, and the whole thing kind of like shifted down, and the bolts kind of fell out a little bit. So since then, I've filled it with, at the bottom is wood pellets, because we have a wood pellet stove. Fucking awesome during the winter, by the way. And then the middle, from like here to like here, is mulch, which has more surface area. It doesn't weigh as much as wood pellets, and it feels good to hit still, and it packs in nicely. And then the top is some more wood pellets to kind of layer it down with some more mulch. And I would say this bag probably weighs like 160, 180. Maybe I'll weigh it one day, but I'm not sure if that necessarily answered your question. You might be better off buying a standing bag if that's the case. Check out Wave Masters and stuff. Just read reviews. Heavy bags are getting better. Standing heavy bags are getting better. So, any advice for a transition from kickboxing to Muay Thai? The main thing is learn how to clinch. And I am by no means a good clinch fighter. I know how to clinch. I can defend myself. I can land knees. I can land elbows. I can sweep people. But I am not a clinch fighter. But you need to be proficient in the clinch if you want any success in Muay Thai, because they can just clinch you, man. And then what the fuck are you gonna do, right? And so, like, when you are working with the clinch, it's really good to just get a couple basic defensive maneuvers. What I work on, because I typically, when I was fighting, I don't like to be in the clinch. It tires me out. I'm not as efficient in the clinch as I am on the outside. And also, I'm more dangerous on the outside. So I like to strike from the outside. But I don't want my opponent to think that I don't want to be in the clinch. So I have to be good enough to be able to at least convince them that, like, hey, I could fuck you up in the clinch if we stay here. So I had a couple go-to moves that in a couple different positions that I just really fine-tuned. And that was enough for me to be dangerous enough in the clinch to not want, for people not to want to always just try to clinch me. So yeah, I would say focus on the clinch, get used to catching kicks. Don't block with your arms. Blocking with your arms doesn't count in Muay Thai. I broke my arm blocking a kick, a head kick like this, and the kick came across, broke my arm, and I won that belt after I broke my arm in the first round. It was a tough ass fight. He also front kicked me in the face and scratched my cornea. And it's crazy what you think about in the context of a fight and how quickly you think about it. But if you watch Rocky, I don't remember which one it is. It might be one or two, but he's cut, right? Or no, he like can't see. He's like, there's three of them. I can't see. What am I gonna do, Mick? And Mick's like, hit the one in the middle. That point in the movie flashed in my head, and because I literally saw three of them, I was like, all right, I just gotta hit the one in the middle. And then I hit the one in the middle, and it fucking worked. So you can learn from movies. Anyway, hope you like my little side stories. Kind of go off. How long should I train until my first fight? As long, I mean, it's hard, right? Some people have trained for a week and they'll have their first fight. Some people wait for years to have their first fight. It's so dependent on the individual and your current situation and your confidence and your coach and so many things. I would say like train for at least a year. If I were to do it again, I would train hard for a year, and also make sure that you are tested in sparring and in training and shark tanked and pushed to the brink, because you get so much more tired in a fight than you would ever think. And it is more challenging than sparring and pad work. And you can get fucking exhausted doing that kind of stuff. But once you fight, it's just different. And so it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared for a fight. It's not a game. It's not like you lose a soccer match and you're like, oh, bummer, lost a soccer match. You lose a fight, that's your health on the line. That's your like pride on the line, you know? And so I would over-prepare for sure and take my time, unless you're in a rush to do it. I don't fucking know, right? So it's all up to you, Alberto. All up to you. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of guidance on which direction to go. Waiting for abs now. I know. Don't you worry. We ain't going nowhere. We got time. How do I override my flight mode with fight mode? Just training, man. Just got to train that shit, man. Because like, I used to always be scared of fighting. Another little side story, right? When I was growing up, I was always like the skinny little kid. I would get bullied. I used to get shoved in lockers. I was literally one of those kids. I played sports though, so I had like the respect of like the athletes and everything, but I was always skinny. I really kept to myself. I didn't have many friends. I had a core group of just a couple friends, but we weren't like the cool kids by any means. And so fighting, when fights broke up in the school or anyone was like talking about fighting, I would be so scared. I would hate the idea of fighting. I thought it was the stupidest fucking thing. I was just petrified of it. And then I kind of eventually, long story short, my friend died when I was 18, one of my best friends. And that really helped me shift my perspective on life and give me a new look on what I should be actually trying to pursue. And it took a while. I was depressed. I smoked a lot of weed. I had a lot of downtimes. But through that, I found out that I wanted to face my fear of running away from fights, of feeling scared and intimidated by people, and actually run towards it. And once I started doing that, that's where true growth came from. That's where I started to learn more about myself. That's where I started to feel better about myself, even when I was humbled during sparring, during training, during fights. I always just kind of stuck with it because the addiction of growth is something like nothing else. And so if you're able to kind of keep your eye on the prize in the respect of you trying to improve yourself and you're trying to become the best martial artist, the best fighter that you can be, and you just keep fucking showing up, man. You just keep showing up. That's how you do it. Long story short, just keep showing up, man. Keep putting in the work. And training. You can train to do anything, you know? See what the military does to some like Marines and stuff. It's savage. It's crazy. You train fucking killers. Anyway, any more questions? Jose Gomez, what's been the best way for you to build your endurance? Muay Thai. Well, like if you're speaking Muay Thai specific endurance, Muay Thai. Do more Muay Thai. Do the heavy bag, do shadow boxing, pad work, that kind of stuff. And running. Running is a really important aspect to training. There are people who don't run and still do very successfully as well. But the running as your base foundation of cardio, of your aerobic capacity is super important because that's going to allow you to build on top of it your anaerobic threshold and your, I forgot what else. I forgot where I was going. But you need like a base of cardio. So running at a steady pace for like 30 to 45 minutes is going to actually get your heart more efficient. And so you'll be able to recover faster between rounds. You'll be able to explode more. And you'll be able to lay on top of that. So yeah, running some slow state, steady state cardio for like 30 to 45 minutes is always good. So elliptical, bike, swimming, all that kind of shit. Didn't you say sometime that you always watch Rocky before he fights? Yes, I did. I used to watch Rocky 4 when he fought Drago. And it just fucking got me pumped up, man. I always had to watch some fight like the night before or some movie the night before. And that was one of my go-to movies for a while. Then I started changing it a little bit. I watched Troy, Last Samurai, Creed, obviously, and a couple others. But Rocky 4 was one of my go-tos. Rocky 3 is really good too. It's hard to pick and choose which Rocky is the best. All right, so let's do abs. Fuck it. And then I'll continue answering questions until ideally all the questions are answered. And I'll also give away one more free shirt. Okay. Okay. What are we doing today, Sean? I don't know, Sean. I don't know. Okay. We are going to come over this way onto your hands and knees. We're going to do a couple different variations of plank. Let me get my phone so I can time this shit because I don't want to overdo it. All right, where's the clock? Okay, so we're going to start with plank. Then we're going to do alternate holding bird dog. I don't know why the fuck it's called this, but that's what we're doing. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your plank position and you're going to extend one leg and one arm and try to hold your body there as straight as possible. Engage your core. Then we're going to go back into plank. Then we're going to do the opposite side. And then we're going to take a break. And we're going to do that for 3 sets. 30 seconds for each form of exercise. You fucking ready? Ready for this shit? Let's go. Plank. 30 seconds. Nice straight back. Nice strong core. No, you just did a lot of boxing today, but let's work the shoulders a little bit more too, huh? Big deep breaths. 15 seconds. All right, extend one leg and one arm opposite. Hold it here. Try to hold it for 30 seconds. It will be extremely difficult, but try. Breathe, focus on your breath. Keep your core tight. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. Don't bitch out on me. Don't you fucking bitch out on me. Stay up on here. And don't try not to go to your butt like this or let your hips dip. Try to keep your back nice and straight, okay? Ready, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm and leg. Hold it there. Breathe. Stay focused. Try to have a nice straight body. If you lose balance, don't worry. Get back into it. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take a break. Whee. How the shoulders feel. All right. Don't lose your breath when you do this shit. Because it's really easy to kind of like hold your breath as you're like tensed up and everything. But do your best to get back into your breath every time. Every time. That's why yoga is so important too. I'm going to plug for yoga because this helped me get so much more in touch with my breath, my mental awareness, that it's allowed me to be that much more conscious and present in chaos, in a fucking fight. You know, I'm able to root down into my breath while I'm fighting, and so on and so forth. Okay, 2 more sets. We'll start in 15 seconds. Let's fucking roll these. Yeah, shoulders on fire. Bet it is. Mine are too. You ready? It's gonna be 20 seconds each set this time. Ready, set, go. Breathing. Stay strong. Think about the tasty post-workout smoothie you're gonna have or whatever. All right, let's go opposite leg and arm. 20 seconds. Hold it here. Hold it. Come on. You got this. Don't give up. 3, 2, 1. All right, back to regular plank. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Opposite leg and arm up. Core nice and tight. Oh, don't lose balance. Best you can. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Another minute or 2 break. And then we'll do 1 more set. Oh, shit. Love the comments, guys. Even if it's not coming up on the screen, I'm still seeing them. So thank you. Appreciate that. Daniel Bellarmine's, do I stretch every day? Pretty much. I have a morning routine where I do at least like 10 minutes of stretching. And it kind of goes back to the tip I was sharing in the beginning of the workout, beginning of the video, is I try to do small wins every day, right? And so one of my small wins every day is getting a stretch and a little workout in the morning. Also meditate in the morning and read a little bit. And I try to do that every single day. Some days I don't. Some days I do. Most of the days I do, I would say. But that really helps, like, kind of prime my body and mind for the day. And also, like, by the time, so I wake up at 5 normally, and I have like an hour and a half morning routine where I wake up, I shower first thing because it wakes me the fuck up, brush my teeth, all that kind of stuff, meditate for 15 minutes. Then I do some foam rolling and stretching and mobility work for about 10 minutes. Then I do a little workout for 10 minutes with like the kettlebell and some body weight stuff. Then I have a post-workout smoothie. Then I journal, walk upstairs to my office, and then read 2 chapters of my book. I have a highlighter and stuff, so I make sure I take notes. And then I get into work after that. Well, actually, I walk the dogs after that, and then I come home, have a coffee, and get into work. That's my morning routine. Now, like I said, that was not actually what happened this morning, though, funny enough. I woke up late. I still meditated. I still stretched. I didn't read. I didn't journal. But as long as I'm doing a little bit each and every day, that's what matters the most, right? Small wins, bro. Small wins. If you're watching TV, stretch. If you're chilling on the computer for an hour, take a second to stand up and touch your toes and that kind of shit. Just get used to stretching all the time. Just kind of make it like a force of habit. All right. All right. One more. Violetta, thank you so much. That's such a lovely comment. I really appreciate that. This is one of the most useful, encouraging YouTube videos. I want to say thank you for your time, spending it here with everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank everyone for showing up. I want to be doing this shit unless it was for you guys. So all your love and support is very much appreciated. All right, let's do this last set, huh? And Scott posted my morning mobility routine in the comments, so you can check that out. All right, last one. And then I'll do a Q&A, give away a free shirt, and let you know what's going on tomorrow. Ready? Let's go. Plank, bitches. Breathing here. All right, switch to one arm, one leg, 20 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh, lost balance a little bit because I lost my focal point. Back to your plank. Almost there. We're almost done. We almost done. Keep your back straight, but low. I'm a child. All right. Opposite side. I forgot what side I did. Okay, 20 seconds. Let's go. Oh. 3, 2, 1. Tilly. Come here, girl. No. All right, guys. Great job. That is the workout. We can cool down. I tried cooling down, stretching, and answering questions all at once, and that wasn't working. So stretch on your own. Do whatever stretches come to mind. I'm just going to answer questions and do something like stretching on my own. But questions. I'll answer a few questions, then I'll give away a free shirt, and then I'll finish up answering the rest of the questions. All right? What do you think of jumping rope versus running? I think they're both very important. I think they both will help with your aerobic capacity and your heart. They'll help you with your calves, but they're both important. Just like the question I had earlier was like, should I get a heavy bag if I don't have a heavy bag? Like you should do both. You should shadow box and do the heavy bag, just like you should jump rope and run. Ideally, you can jump rope to warm up for a run. Sometimes, at least in Thailand, you run for the warm up. It's crazy, man. Like when I was in it and doing it, it seemed normal, right? But you run like 5K to warm up, and then you have a 2-hour training session. You skip rope for 15, 20 minutes, and then you do everything else. You clinch, you fight, you spar, you pad work, bad work, shadow boxing, stretching, abs. It's crazy, but try to do both if you can. I wouldn't say one's better than the other. Any advice on the best ratio of heavy bag work to weights resistance training? Thank you and enjoy your content. Good question, David. So put this down a little bit more. So I can sit down. So kind of depends on your goals, man. Are your goals to fight? Are your goals for fitness related, physique related? That kind of depends on the answer. So typically speaking, I like weight training 2 or 3 times a week. Any more than that is kind of excessive. And any more than that means you're not working hard enough during the sessions that you are working. You should be making sure that you're doing compound movements. You're doing movements that are going to be helping kind of engage your entire body. Isolations aren't usually the best. They're all right. But and they have their purpose. But typically speaking, like 2 times, I usually lift weights 2 times a week when I was in fight camp and stuff, right? Heavy bag work is great because it doesn't like strain your body nearly as much, so you can do more of it and you can continue to improve your technique and your cardio. So I would say, like, if we're going to talk in ratios, I would say like 4-to-1, 5-to-1 heavy bag sessions to weight sessions, ideally if possible. That's my final answer. Hope that makes sense. But it really depends on your goals, man. Darren, know any good Farang-friendly gyms for beginner in Chonburi City? I'm not too familiar with Chonburi. That's out. That's south of Bangkok, I think, right? No, but I'm not too familiar with. I'm more familiar with either mainly down south, Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, Phuket. Those I love islands. I love beaches, and so that's where I spent most of my time in Thailand. I was in Chiang Mai a little bit as well, but sorry, don't know of any Farang-friendly gyms. But you could just Google, see what comes up. Use like TripAdvisor and stuff, and hopefully that helps. Are your morning showers hot or cold? I used to be savage and do cold. I ain't savage no more. I was doing hot showers because they will feel a lot better, and I wake up just as much. If anything, I will do a quick 5 seconds of cold and then let it warm up. But man, maybe if I was still in Thailand, I'd do cold showers. But I'm in New York now. I ain't fucking doing cold showers. I don't need to. Although it's scientifically proven to benefit you and help your immune system, yada, yada, yada. I don't feel like doing it. Sean, your daughter wants my autograph. Any chance we can work that out? That's super sweet. I'll throw a shout out to her on here. Her name is Michaela Joyce. She's 7 years old and loves working out with me, trying to get her into combat sports. Michaela, so cool that you're doing this with your dad. You're trying combat sports and everything. Martial arts is a beautiful thing. Me and my wife, we're going to be having a kid soon, and he's definitely going to be getting into martial arts. So it's so cool that you're here. If you want an autograph, yeah, Sean, send me a message. Remind me, because I have a lot going on today, but I can sort out something. Buy a T-shirt, and I'll autograph it and send it, and personally send it on over to you. Okay? How's that sound? Appreciate the support. How do you engage a clinch without getting caught with an elbow on the way or a knee? You have a really strong long guard, and you use the marching technique that I was showing you before, where you kind of use your knees and your legs as defense from knees, and you use the long guard as defense from elbows. Also setting up your forward movement. Like if you want to try to clinch someone, you can't just like walk forward and try to clinch them, right? You need to kind of set it up. Just like you set up a low kick, you set up a body shot, whatever. If you want to set up the clinch, you need to use your weapons at range and then fake those, step in as you fake them, and then grab a hold of your opponent. That's how I would do it. Hope that makes sense. I don't want to overcomplicate it, so I'm trying to just keep it simple. Is it difficult to find fights in Thailand for heavyweight fighters like 200 pounds plus walk around weight? They'll find a fight for you. Like, Thais love fighting. You might not fight someone your weight, and especially if you're like having your first fight or first few fights, the Thais like to gamble. And so they love the size versus experience type of matchup. So if you're 200 pounds, they might throw you in against someone who's like 175, 180 pounds, but it's got like 40, 50 fights, right? And so they'll match you up for sure. If there's a fight to be had, they'll find you. It is a little bit more difficult. They might get you with another foreigner opponent. But chances are they'll be able to find something. As long as you go to the right gym and they have the right connections, that's what matters most. Do you train with kettlebell? Yes, I do that every morning, almost every morning. Like I said, I didn't do it this morning because I was fucking shot, man. But yeah, I like kettlebells. I want to buy more, but I'm out of money. Just fucking bought this house, moved from Thailand to here, and U.S. is expensive as hell, man. Not anything like Thailand. Thailand is just like live like a king there. $5 massages, $2 pad thai. Rent a motorbike for a month for $100. You know, those were the days. 6 months ago. When are you coming to the UK for a seminar? Yo, as soon as a gym reaches out to me, pays me my fee, and wants me out there, I will come out there. I love traveling. I love teaching Muay Thai. I love meeting fans and making friends all around the world. So as long as a gym reaches out to me, sets it up, flies me out there, I'm there. I am there. You can go to MuayThaiGuy.com, and there is Scott just posted it, there's a seminar page where you can fill out a form to request me for a seminar to get more information about my fees and everything, and we can take it from there. I am not going to be doing seminars for the next few months because I'm having a kid, and I need to figure that shit out. But I could probably be doing some later in the year, beginning of 2023. And if they're close by, maybe I can do them. Like if they're in the Northeast or in the US, I can do them. But anything outside the US, I probably won't do until at least later in the year, if not next year. This is my first time doing your live workout. Great content. Thank you, Brandon100. I hope to see you tomorrow, man. Try to sign up for the heavybagblueprint.com/challenge. So this way you get these workouts for life. You get these replays for life. If you're not signed up for the challenge, these replays will be taken down on YouTube and Facebook in a week. So let that be known. All right, guys. So that's all I got for. Oh, we got to give away one more shirt, right? Damn. Got to give away one more shirt. So what question I got today? I got one question. Here's another question. Which legendary Thai boxing practitioner's feat is, let me say this again, because it sounded like I was talking about his feat. I'm talking about his accomplishment. Which legendary Thai boxing practitioner's accomplishment is celebrated as National Muay Thai Day or Boxers Day in Thailand? Which legendary Thai boxing practitioner is celebrated on National Muay Thai Day? First answer wins a free shirt. These shirts come free. You just got to pay shipping. That's how it works. All right. Who's got the answer? Who's got the answer? I'm so hungry, so someone better get the answer. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. I'm very excited. Me and Liz are very excited about having an addition to the family. That is the right answer, but you already won one yesterday, so we're going to give more people a chance to win, Deb. Sasha, you are the winner today because you haven't won yet. And you were split second behind the last one. And you stuck to the very end, man. And look at that. It paid off. Deb, thank you for the right answer. But like I said, since you won a shirt already, we're just going to give people more of a chance to win. But so, Sasha, you were the winner today. Just shoot me a message, and I'll hook you up, and we'll take from there. That day was recently, right? Yeah, it was a couple, I think it was March 17th. I'm not sure. But, guys, I so much appreciate you showing up here. I will be here again at 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We were focusing on the power KO kicks. So we'll do some additional just like exercises and drills to improve your kicks. So make sure you sign up for the challenge if you haven't already. Make sure you check out the Knock More Nation shop if you want to support some awesome causes, both war with Tana and myself. I am an awesome cause, if I do say so myself. Anything you buy really helps me just fund this operation, give you free content, and provide more, just more impact to people around the world being able to use Muay Thai as a tool. Thanks for today's workout. Looking forward to tomorrow's already. Thank you, Jim. You're the man, Jim. Always love having you here, man. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.